Welcome back to Return to Evolution, where we're going through the legendary tutorials of Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution and seeing how we can apply them to Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. Today, Chapter 12, Avoiding High Throws, and 12A, Using Striking Attacks to Avoid High Throws, recommended rank up to 1st Dan. What it is. Only one section of this one. Chapter 12 wants you to understand how a barrier can be used to avoid a throw, why it's important. This is actually more important in Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown than it was in the Virtua Fighter 4 series when this tutorial was created. If you're put into the situation where you might be thrown, but the throw isn't guaranteed, your decisions in Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown are to attempt to tech the throw, attempt to go under the throw, assuming that the throw is high, or attempt to strike through the throw. Multiple throw escapes, or MTEs, no longer exist in this game, so if you're reading a throw that's not guaranteed, an attack can actually be more appealing than a tech. Since with a tech you have to read twice. You're guessing that the opponent's going to throw, and then you're guessing again which direction they're going to throw you in, so you have to tech the right way. So a well-placed jab or a crouching jab in situations that you understand as escapable throw opportunities can be really helpful. How it teaches you, here it just asks you to jab or crouch jab through a throw setup 5 times in a row. And how to replicate this? You can set this up in a couple of ways, but what I'd recommend is to set up the dummy to record a jab into a high throw of each main throw direction. So a forward break, a back break, and a neutral break. Although this is excessive, this will now help you illustrate that a throw tech is less desirable than it was in the Virtua Fighter 4 era when you had multi-throw escapes, and that a strike is often a more reliable option, since the strike will break the attempt 100% of the time in this scenario, while tech attempts might not. It's also worth practicing this from the perspective of setting up the dummy using guard and defensive option 4, which will get them to block and then respond with a throw attempt. And with this one, just hit them with something that puts you at a slight disadvantage like an elbow, and then strike them before they throw you. Even though the principles and the responses are the same in both of these two exercises, the context is slightly different. So it's good for you to establish those neural pathways that have you thinking about a barrier at both the end of your offense as well as during your defense. Don't assume that this concept is simple just because this chapter has one section. The use of a barrier is very nuanced, and if used predictably or incorrectly, can lead to endless punishment. You're theoretically attacking out of turn here, which comes with an array of risks, so make sure you know what's at stake. Next week, we'll be putting you through some of those guaranteed throw scenarios again, and taking this barrier option away from you, so you're going to have to learn the throw escape options here as well. Another example of how thoughtfully designed these tutorials were. I'll see you then.